What is deposit and earnest money? SpongeBob fell for a limited edition golden spatula in Mr. Krabs' store, but when he checked his pocket, he didn't have enough shell coins, so he was pacing around anxiously. Mr. Krabs handed over a receipt and said, "Kid, pay $100 first to reserve it. I'll lock this spatula in the safe and you can come back to buy it when you've saved enough money." Worried the spatula might be snatched, SpongeBob signed the receipt without hesitation. However, just after stepping out, Sandy gave SpongeBob a more high-tech astronaut spatula. So SpongeBob ran back to the Krusty Krab, wanting to get his $100 back, but was mercilessly rejected by Mr. Krabs. The reason SpongeBob couldn't get the money back, Mr. Krabs said, was that he had signed for a deposit. What is a deposit? A deposit is a security deposit with guarantee effect. It's a two-way binding constraint. 1. If the buyer backs out, the deposit is non-refundable. Once SpongeBob backs out, the money becomes compensation for the seller, Mr. Krabs, and can't be taken back. 2. If the seller backs out, the deposit is returned double. If Mr. Krabs goes back on his word and sells the spatula to someone else, he has to return double the deposit, i.e. $200, to SpongeBob according to the deposit penalty rule. 3. Legal limit on deposit. According to Bikini Bottom law, a deposit cannot exceed 20% of the total price. Even if Mr. Krabs demands half of the money from SpongeBob, the part of the deposit that exceeds 20% is still considered an advance payment in law and can be demanded back with good reason. Simply put, a deposit is like a two-way legal shackle. Although it can firmly secure the transaction and prevent both parties from backing out, once there's a breach of contract, real financial losses must be borne and there's no way out. Unlike SpongeBob, Patrick Star signed for earnest money when he ordered a stone statue from Squidward yesterday. Today, when he wanted to refund, Squidward returned the earnest money directly. What is earnest money? In legal logic, the term earnest is merely regarded as an advance payment. It indicates Patrick Star's intention to buy but has no guarantee effect. Therefore, if Patrick Star doesn't want the statue anymore, Squidward must refund the full amount. Similarly, if Squidward doesn't want to sell it anymore, he only needs to return the original amount and doesn't need to pay double compensation. Simply put, earnest money is like a reservation that can be withdrawn at any time. Although it's flexible, it doesn't provide any real sense of security for both the buyer and the seller. In the final analysis, the difference between the two lies in that one is a legal shackle, and the other is an intention-based earnest money. So, if you want to lock in the transaction and restrict both parties from breaching the contract, use a deposit. If you want to keep a way out for flexible refund, use earnest money. A single word makes a world of difference in legal effect. When signing a contract and paying money, be sure to check carefully and don't suffer losses because of one word. This is the difference between deposit and earnest money.